Hey everyone, welcome back to LightHearted. I'm Britton.
And I'm Rachel. It's season 4, and we're kicking things off in a really big way. Today we're talking about finding your purpose.
Yeah, this topic feels like the right way to start the season. It's one of those things that people are always chasing. Purpose, calling, meaning. But sometimes it feels like it's hiding behind a locked door that we just don't know how to open.
Totally. And today we're going to explore what purpose really means, why it matters so much, how to find it, or maybe even re-find it, and why it doesn't have to be tied to productivity.
All right, so let's start here. Purpose doesn't have to be this big, shiny, life-altering mission statement. Sometimes purpose is what pulls you out of bed when you just don't want to get up. It's something that gives your actions meaning.
Yeah, people who have a sense of purpose live longer, experience less chronic stress, and even sleep better. But here's the twist. Purpose shifts. What felt like purpose 5 years ago may not fit now. And oftentimes that can feel like being lost, when in reality it means you're growing as a human.
So I know we've talked about like our own hopes and goals and dreams a lot on the podcast. Yeah. So I think like a really good question to consider is what used to feel like my purpose? Mm-hmm. And then does it still fit into my life right now? Has it changed? Has it evolved? Has it gotten bigger or smaller?
Yeah.
I think that's just a good thing to like keep in check.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that is such a good question to ask. If you're struggling to find your purpose or struggling to re-find your purpose, where is a good place to start?
I think some very practical advice, I like to call it following your emotional breadcrumbs. Mm-hmm. So your emotional breadcrumbs, it's the idea that your purpose in life leaves clues in your life. Mm-hmm. Okay? So what things make you feel alive? What could you talk about for 10 hours without taking a break?
Yeah.
What injustice makes you furious? Like what do you like bleed for? Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So what do you notice people thank you for? What do people compliment you on? Anything like that, those can be little tiny breadcrumbs that you can pick up along the way to say, ooh, like maybe I'm good at that thing, or maybe this thing makes me feel fire inside of me and I need to do something about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so good. I think for me, growing up Christian, I think overall, you always have that underlying purpose. So even if your small purposes fall away, because I think there's little purposes in every day. Like you have a purpose for that day, even if that's just watching TV with your child and keeping them, you know what I mean? Like
keeping them happy and healthy.
There's different small things, but I think as a Christian, it's so comforting to know that like, even if these small purposes fall away, that like I always have an overall purpose in life, and that's to lead people to Christ. Yeah. So I think for me, being able to search myself and find all the small things, because all Christians aren't going to do that in the same way, right? We all have different roles and purposes in that. Like some is to be a pastor, some are to be missionaries and go to different countries, and others are to do little things that you wouldn't even expect.
Yeah, it's like some are to take a meal to somebody or, yeah.
Right. Like, there's so many small purposes within that. But I think it's very comforting to know that you still have the underlying overall purpose.
Yeah, which is like sharing the light of Christ with other people. Yep. I love that. Yeah, and I think that's so true. I agree with that, and I think that's something that's given me strength through my life too, where it's like, okay, like this is really tough, or like I don't know what I'm doing here, but I do know this.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I think it would be really hard to not have that.
Yeah.
Because if you lose those small purposes, then I feel like I would just be like, what am I doing? Like if you don't have that overall
it's
thing
so aimless
to grab, like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like you just feel like you're floating. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like, I think like I've definitely been there in my life where like maybe I wasn't like feeling that light or like following how I should be.
Right.
And so like I felt so aimless and so lost, and I agree with you. I thought we could talk about kind of like the smaller things where it's like, like what does make you feel alive, or like what did 10-year-old you want to do so badly?
Right.
So maybe we can talk through some of that just to maybe get other people's brains, thinking about the same thing. Is that
Yeah,
cool?
absolutely.
Okay, so I feel like you are chasing a purpose right now.
Yeah.
And that's pretty awesome.
It's pretty cool.
So you've kind of talked about like leading up to that, how you were feeling. Let's talk about activities leading up to that like you would lose track of time or that you were just so excited about that kind of made it all connect for you, where you were like, this is what I should be doing. Yeah. Because I'm excited about this, and this, and that's a major part of this other thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I've always loved social media. I people lose track of time all the time on social media. But
easy to do.
But truly, like the content creation side of it, like I lose track of time editing. So I feel like,
and you're good at it.
Yeah, and I love doing it. Mm-hmm. Are there times where I'm like, I'm so tired of editing? Yes, but for the most part, I feel like that's how you know that like you enjoy doing it, because you would edit for 10 minutes maybe and be like, oh my gosh, it's only been 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm like, how are we?
Right. But I'm like, oh my
this?
gosh, I've been doing this for 3 hours and I didn't even notice, because I enjoy doing that.
Yeah.
And then I just love music so much. I could literally sit in a concert for 10 hours and be fine. Like they just go by so fast. So being able to film content at concerts, edit it, like the time just flies by and I love every second of it. So
I love that. Did you ever think enjoying editing videos would be the thing? Like,
no.
Is it like, that's what I'm going to do? No. That's so cool.
No.
It's awesome.
Crazy.
Yeah. So that was like a little breadcrumb though, where it was like, oh, yeah. Hey, wait, I'm good at this and I enjoy it.
Yeah. Because I started doing it at like 9 years old. Like I was filming videos and editing them. Were they good? Absolutely not. But I liked it.
I've seen a few. They're pretty good.
But like I still do it as a hobby, even though I do it as a job.
Yeah.
Like I film personal vlogs for our family, literally for no one to see but our family.
You did one for my family too. Like you're so good.
Just because I enjoy doing it. And then along with that, like finding the things I loved and continue to do them. I think another big thing to finding your purpose is, unfortunately, the hard things that you go through in life and like the pain that you experienced can then help other people. And you just kind of know that like, okay, this was for a reason and for this purpose, to help either encourage others or walk alongside them in that season of life that they're in. So do you have any stories or anything that you could share going alongside that?
Yeah. I think, we've talked about this. I've lived a pretty colorful life. Mm-hmm. But one that comes up a lot is like, I'm very open about like infertility issues and like how long it took to get pregnant and like how my pregnancies don't love to stick around. Like, and it's really hard. But I think because I've been so open about it, like I have had so many very, very personal conversations where like people have pulled me off to the side to just be like, hey, thanks for being so open about that. Nobody talks about it. And I'm struggling with the same thing right now and it really sucks.
Right.
And so just being able to like have that conversation and like they know that I fully understand.
Yeah.
Like it's hard and it's hard to like revisit it over and over and over again. But then like, to just be like, okay, like it's serving a purpose of like me being able to connect with other people.
Yeah.
And I think that's one that comes up a lot more often than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it still sucks.
Yes.
Still sucks.
No matter what.
But it's like, okay, well, at least I can help someone else.
Yes. Yeah.
Or just walk through it together.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely. Yeah. Does anything come to mind for you where like you went through something so hard, but like now you're seeing the fruits of that?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, well, I've definitely gone through things and then seen other people go through similar things and being able to help them, which is just like, it's still like, man, I wish I didn't go through that, but I'm glad I can help you. Yeah. I think one of the biggest things is I heard someone the other day say the roughest season of their life, if they could go back, they would never want to walk through that again, which I totally understand. For me, I look back at the hardest year of my life and I go, I would do it 1,000 times again to be who I am now. Because I wouldn't be who I am without that season. Did it suck? Absolutely. Do I want to do it again? No. But if that's what it took to be who I was, I would do it 1,000 times over. because I have grown so much. I've been able to help people, and it's just worth it. So, yeah.
I love that perspective. And I think like you saying that, it doesn't mean that would be easy, or that like it wouldn't still push you, but like the fact that you are who you are now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. All right, I would love to talk about how your brain reacts to having a purpose, because I think I love it so much when like there's something that's so important and then like your brain backs it up.
Yep.
It's so cool.
Yep.
So there's actual neuroscience, of course, behind why finding purpose helps us. It activates your brain's reward system, which we've talked about 1,000 times, because good things activate your brain's reward system. Purpose literally gives your brain dopamine. And when we don't feel like we have purpose, our brains kind of like spin out. It doesn't know what to do. So we are so much more prone to anxiety and comparison and stagnation. But purpose, it gives our brains direction. It gives it something to focus on. Even if we don't have all the steps, which we've also talked about that, like just start small, just start by like moving, just keep moving forward. So even if we don't know what exactly we're doing, taking small steps rewards your brain. It's so cool.
So instead of thinking like, what job should I have? Maybe we should start asking something along the lines of, what impact do I want to make?
I think that is such a good place to start. It's like, what do I want to leave behind?
Right.
Yeah. Like, how do I want to change the people around me?
Yeah.
Not change them. You understand.
Yeah.
Not change the people around me, but how do I want to change their lives for the better?
Right.
Yeah.
I think now let's talk about what happens when your purpose shifts, because that happens to so many people.
I love that, because it's like you think you find your purpose and then it does switch on you.
Yep.
Love that.
Because I really do feel like it makes people feel lost, because we hold on to old purpose like it's a badge of honor, even when it's not serving us at all anymore.
I think so much of our purpose is tied into our identity.
Yep.
Where it's like,
Yep.
I'm a gym girl. I do this. I do that. Like, so then what happens when it switches, when that's not your goal?
Right.
That's so hard.
It is hard. It makes me think of, I was listening to a podcast with Shawn Johnson.
Yeah.
Love her.
She's
the
so
gymnast.
cool.
She was talking about how after the Olympics, she was like, what do I do?
Oh, because that's like peak, like, where are you going
Everything
from there?
she did up to that point was about gymnastics and getting to the Olympics. Like the clothes she wore, the food she ate, her daily routines. Everything was about gymnastics. And then she was like, I could eat a brownie for breakfast? Okay. Like,
That's got to be so weird.
everything shifts, and it's like overnight with that.
Yeah.
And so I need to find that episode because that was really good. But she talked a lot about it, and I was like, that is something I never thought about.
No. If like your whole life was devoted to this
that,
thing,
and then it's over.
Yeah.
And not because you failed, it's just because it ended because you did the thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That'd be so hard.
Oh, for sure.
I feel like that makes all of my like little pivots seem so small. Where
I
I'm
know.
like, oh no.
Oh no. Yeah. Especially to be like, what, she was like 16 or something when she was in the
I think
Olympics.
so. Yeah, I think she was pretty young. That's wild.
Yeah, that'd be so difficult.
That'd be really hard. Dang. I love when people talk about stuff like that though. Okay, so whether you thought you were going to be an Olympian, or you thought you were supposed to be a teacher or a nurse or run a business, whatever it is, if you feel exhausted and miserable, I think that's like, it's a sign. So you're allowed to pivot without saying that you're failing.
Yep.
Right? Like you're not a quitter, you're not a loser, whatever it is like that you would tell yourself. Like it's okay for you to be like, this is not it for me. I'm not doing this. I do want to just say, like, we don't take this lightly though. Like, we're not messing around with your livelihood here. I'm not saying if like you're a single mom and a nurse and you're feeding your family with that job, maybe don't just like peace out from that job. Like, we don't take this lightly.
No.
But maybe start searching for the little breadcrumbs and then incorporate your actual purpose or your new purpose or whatever drives you. Start incorporating it in small ways in your life. But yeah, don't just like peace out from your job without having a plan.
Okay, with all that being said, moving on from one thing to pursue something that lights you up inside can feel so challenging. And it can make you feel flaky and like a quitter. That is something that both of us have dealt with. And it's not easy, but it is freeing.
I think something that's pretty common in society and like something that I've experienced, I'm sure you've experienced it, is that like our worth can feel so incredibly tied to what we're able to produce or what we're able to give other people or whatever it may be. Our worth feels so tied to something else.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like, how much money did I bring in? That is how much I was worth.
Yeah.
And so I think that like really was to my detriment when I became a stay-at-home mom. Because then what am I bringing in?
Right.
I'm bringing in nothing. I feel like I'm not contributing.
Right.
When like in reality, I was still doing a whole heck of a lot.
Yeah.
Right. But my worth was so tied to that I felt absolutely worthless. And that's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's so sad. And I think that's so common. And I just wish that it weren't like that. So I just wanted to talk about how like we are inherently worthy, right? Like we come and we are just of worth.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and then you are also talented and wonderful and amazing.
Right.
Those are separate things.
Yeah.
Like you can be worthy and you can be talented.
Yep.
The two are not, they don't need to be connected in any way.
Right.
And I just think that's so important.
I agree. I feel like so many people feel that way. I know I have felt that way in the past. It's such a hard thing too, because then when you fail at something or don't do the best job, then you feel worthless, right?
Yes.
But I think it's important to remember that performance is about doing enough. Purpose is about being who you're meant to be.
I love that. Write that one down, everybody. That one's so good.
So good.
I feel like I want to put that on my mirror.
Yeah.
So I read it every single morning. Just be like, performance is about doing enough.
Mm-hmm. I think about even doing the good things in life or the good quote unquote jobs in life, whether you're a pastor, say, those can still become identity traps. Like you don't realize it, but even the good jobs, the good things, you're putting out life-saving things. Doctors, like those can become identity traps.
Yeah.
So it's important to not tie your worth to them. Could we talk a little bit about how to be productive in your job without tying your worth to that?
Yeah. Okay. I think for me personally, like it was something that was so ingrained in who I was like, that was all that mattered.
Right.
And so truly for me, my strength didn't come from myself.
Right.
My husband's awesome.
Yeah.
And like he made sure that like I always knew that like he saw everything that I was doing as important.
Yeah.
Right. And like he tried to like keep reminding me that like raising our son is important and like doing things that are cool to me, like our podcast, like things like that are also really important.
Yeah.
And so I think having just kind of like an outside perspective to just be like,
yeah,
no, like maybe you're not making money. Like
right.
You're a stay-at-home mom and what you're doing is still really important. So hearing that was good. And then I also think like just hearing what like God thinks of us.
Right.
Right? Like we are worthy people. So I think I really relied on like reading scriptures and doing things like that where it was just like, no, like I am a person of value.
Right.
Whether or not these things are happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
So true.
What have you found in your life to be helpful for just like remembering that like you have value, you have worth outside of what you can do for other people?
Again, the baseline of I'm a child of God. Mm-hmm. Like I'm worthy regardless. Like I have an underlying purpose regardless. I think the biggest thing for me recently, because this new job, I realized very quickly because I'm so, I don't know how to, I feel like I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve with this. Like I'm taking everything so much deeper than I would with other things because it's so important. Yeah. And I love it so much that it's like, I'm feeling everything in a larger scale.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing to keep me going is knowing that like, okay, God has a plan for it regardless of how it goes. It's going to be okay. Like keep doing what you're doing. Pray a lot. A lot of prayer. And just like, if it feels like I'm quote unquote failing or things are shifting, it's because God has a plan for it, right? In the same way that I wasn't getting married at 18 and I was really, really disappointed by that. And I'm like, well, what the heck, you know?
Yeah.
That was a huge disappointment.
That was my whole plan.
But now looking back going, oh, I get it. I understand now. Thank you, Jesus, for this.
Yes.
Because I am where I am now. So being able to look at it in that perspective too, like, okay, so, you know, there's something else. There's something else. Keep going.
Yeah.
That's been the biggest help for me.
Yeah. I love that. And I think how you said it a second ago, you're like, things are shifting, but like, it's not a bad thing, right? So like, if things are shifting, God has a plan. So I want to kind of like neutralize the statement a little bit where it's like, maybe things are shifting because they're shifting. Yeah. Like it's not because you're a failure. It's not because you suck. It's not because like that's not where God wants you. Like maybe things are just shifting because that's what's happening.
Yeah. I mean, life changes.
Like, that's life. Yeah. Like it's like time to learn to adapt, right? Like,
right.
And I just love that. I like that perspective shift a lot just because I think like so often if things do shift, we're like, oh, it's all wrong. Everything's wrong. I'm so terrible at this, or like clearly this isn't my path. But like maybe things are just like redirecting a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I really like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I just as a little coaching comment here.
Love those.
I think for our listeners, if you guys are struggling with either like a dream changing or you're struggling to find your purpose or you're struggling to let go of old beliefs about yourself or whatever it may be, this is going to sound so silly, but I think it can be really freeing and really healing. But you can just like write a letter to the younger version of you that used to have a different dream or that used to feel like you needed a different purpose. So like if I were writing the letter, it would have been like, "Dear Britton, you look great today, I'm sure. And your worth is not tied to how much money you're bringing in. Like right. You are a stay-at-home mom and you're tired and it doesn't feel like you're doing anything, but like here are the things that you're doing." Yeah. So it doesn't have to be an insane letter. It doesn't need to be like mushy or anything like that. It can just be like, hey, here are the facts and it's okay. And it's okay that you're letting go of this and it's okay that you're moving on.
That's good. No, that's so cute though. Because I think about writing one to myself and I think about how it's hard because I've talked about this a ton, but the desire to get married and have kids was there. Like I wanted it, yes. However, I felt like I was broken because everyone around me, everyone around me was dating people and doing the things that I thought I wanted really bad. And I was like, what is wrong with me? Why am I not getting there? I don't understand. I don't get it, God. And so having to let go of it was so hard because it was like, I'm useless.
like it's me.
Like what's wrong with me? Why is everyone else able to find someone so easily? It looked from the outside, you know, and it just didn't make any sense. And now I'm like, Rachel, just hold on a minute. Like, God has a plan for you. And though all of those friends and family around you that are getting married and having kids, that is awesome for them. I love that for them. Yeah. Your life is so freaking cool. Yeah. And it's going to be amazing. And you're going to get to do really amazing things. So just hang in there a little bit longer.
Yeah. Like you're not broken.
No.
There's just a different plan.
Yeah.
And you don't know about it yet.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
And it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
love that.
Just a little note to everyone out there. I mean, that can go for that specific thing, but also other things in life. Like
everything in life.
You're not broken. It's okay that it could literally be your whole friend group around you getting the things that you want and doing those things. And you're like, what the crap is wrong with me?
Or every single person that you know seems to have their purpose in life.
Right.
Like they know what they're doing. They know what's important to them.
But just so you know, they don't either half the time.
No.
Just so you know.
They're just better at faking it.
Yeah.
I agree.
So just hang in there. Keep praying.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be okay.
It's going to be fine.
It's going to be okay.
It may take a little bit longer.
Yeah, because how many years out are you from that?
Too many.
It's like... So you had to settle in for 6 years.
Yeah, that was not fun. Didn't love that.
No, but you did it.
And it was so worth it.
So hang in there.
Wow,
tissues are on your side.
I was not expecting for that.
Like, it hits hard though. Like, talking
does, 'cause
about
it's so-
purpose, like, it's such a big conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of moving on from all of this fun stuff. I would like to say, let's not forget that finding your purpose isn't always like save the world level stuff, okay? Sometimes it's very small.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes your purpose is to love your kids well, to bring peace to the classroom, to be kind in a workplace full of chaos.
Micro purpose matters so much more than we even think. It builds up your confidence and it trains your brain to find meaning in more places. So when you're focusing on loving your kids or being a good teacher, being a good whatever, insert whatever here, your brain is finding meaning in every single thing that you're doing, which is really cool. So let's talk about small things that we've done lately that we feel like have made a difference on maybe like our outlook.
Yeah.
Jordan, if you're listening to this, no, you didn't hear any of this, okay? Jordan is my husband and my sweet son is so much like him and I love it so much. And they both lose everything all the time. And somehow I am the only person who magically remembers where these things are. And Jordan, you definitely didn't hear this part. Sometimes that makes me feel like I have a good purpose. You know, like I am the finder.
Yeah.
And I always will be. That's like a micro purpose though, where I'm like, you still need me.
I love that. That's so cute. Like AirPods.
Yeah, like AirPods.
Jordan.
Like AirPods.
I think for me, I am the organizer in the family. So even if it's a small thing like, oh, we're going to go out on a family day and we're going to go watch a movie and we're going to go eat. Like I'm the one who's like, okay, let's pick out your outfits. Let's get in the car. Here's where we're going first. Here's where we're eating. What does everyone want to eat? I'll mobile order it. Here's the movie. I'll buy the tickets. Like I'm the organizer.
That's a superpower.
Love doing it. Truly. Like, or at Disney, for instance, that gave me so much like it's the smallest quote unquote dumb purpose, but I literally love it so much. Like being the one with the phone, being like, okay, here's our next ride. Here's where we're going. Here's our next fast pass. Let's go here. Here's where we're having lunch.
I'm cutting you off right now. I just want to vouch for how useful that was. Like, literally just having you being like, take a left here. I was like, oh my gosh. I feel like my brain has like turned off a little bit. And it was the most life-changing thing in my entire life. So
it's like a line. Like I don't want to be bossy, but I'm also like, okay, guys, our closest bathroom is right up here to the right if you would like to go before we go get on this ride. And it's
right now.
I don't know. It's so much fun. Yeah. A lot of people would think, I mean, again, like that's just something that I find purpose in that some people, if Britton had the phone, she'd probably hate it. Yeah.
I think once I get comfy with places, like then I'm okay.
Right.
But until then, I'm like, can someone else just like freaking tell me where to go? Like, I'm so sick of doing this.
But see, if you were doing it, I would have been so freaked out.
Yeah.
Because I like to be in control.
I'm fine with that.
See, that's another one.
You let me drive places, though. Do you know what I mean? I'm like,
yeah.
because I like to be in control when I'm driving.
Everyone has their purpose.
Everyone has a thing. Yeah. So, like, we're good.
I feel like I'm looked at. I love my family. As the controlling one. And I will say, in some scenarios, yes. However, there's a difference between being like so controlling and just being the one that is the natural born leader.
Yeah. Or like the natural born organizer.
Yeah.
Where it's like you can see all the information and you can like put it all together in a nice way that it makes sense and everyone can be happy and have a great day.
Right.
I think that's a superpower, especially in a family as big as yours.
Right.
Somebody has to be the person.
Exactly.
I do feel like in my life, like we've got one kid, like we can kind of float a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because it's like communication's easy and like organization's pretty easy.
Yeah. There's 10 people in my house. There's no
like,
go with the flow.
No go with the flow.
Especially on
Absolutely
vacation.
not. No.
I actually yelled at my sister, quote unquote, yelled at my sister the other day because she was like, why do we always get to watch what you want to watch on TV? You're so, and I'm like, and I like kind of flipped out on her. I was like, because every time I'm like, I don't want to be the controlling one anymore. Someone else pick a show. Everyone's like, I'm not doing it. I'm not being the one that's picking a show. I can't do it. So I'm like,
you get to do it.
So then don't tell me I'm controlling if no one else will do it.
No, I agree. I'm like, if someone else wants the job, go ahead.
Go
like,
ahead.
take
Take it.
Do a good job. Like, I love that.
Drives me crazy. Anyways, that was a little rant, but I'm just saying.
No, it's like,
It's a micro purpose.
it's a micro purpose.
Okay, so I think let's leave our listeners with some practical tools, maybe some that they've never tried before.
I love that idea. I like this one a lot. And it's something that, like, when I do it, I can really tell a difference. So track the things that give you energy versus the things that drain your energy for a whole week. And then you can kind of spot the patterns.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, if you're searching for even, like, your micro purpose or a major purpose, like, just write it down. Say, okay, like, helping this person drained my energy immediately, but, like, maybe I felt really good afterward.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, just track how you feel about everything that you're doing. And then you can kind of see what drives you and what makes you feel alive inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I do think the important things, too, can be draining.
100%. But, like, do you feel better after?
Yeah.
Because it's like you can be exhausted and completely burnt out and you hate it. Or you can be exhausted and be like, man, that was such hard work. I'm so happy I did that.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, because one of my long work weekends, I cried myself to sleep because I was so exhausted.
Yeah.
But then I woke up the next day, like, still majorly exhausted, but so happy I was doing what I was doing.
It was like grateful to do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So there's a difference.
There's
Keep track.
100% a difference. Yeah. So keep track of, like, what just makes you miserable and what, like, maybe makes you tired.
Right.
But doesn't make you, like, afraid to go back to that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Track it.
I think another great thing to do is to ask the people closest to you, when do you see me at my best or my happiest or my most fulfilled?
That's so good.
Because their answer might actually surprise you. For real.
Yeah.
I think that's, yeah.
That's a really good one.
You may not, like, expect it. I think that's one of the things that, like, back to talking about my job, but
you have a cool job. Talk about it.
Though I wanted it, though personally I was like, yes, let's go. Through the year of trying to get there, it was very evident to me because every single person around me was like, you're talking about it and you're lighting up. Like, your face is changing. Like, I can see it. Like, everyone was like, your demeanor changes when you start talking about this or when you're in this element. And I was like,
it does.
yeah, okay. So
you've shown me videos of you working.
Yeah.
And, like, you are just, like, this extroverted little happy-go-lucky human being.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, it's so evident in your face, in your mannerisms, in how you interact with people that, like, that's where you want to be. And I just love it.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I had one for that one that, like, was surprising to me.
Okay.
I wouldn't consider myself, like, antisocial because I can have a conversation.
Yeah.
Occasionally I enjoy said conversation.
Right.
Okay. Like, I'm not an antisocial person. I just like to be alone.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm an inside cat. Okay. But yeah. So I was asking Jordan about it, my husband. I was like, I don't know what my purpose is. I don't know what makes me happy. I don't know what fuels me. And he was like, hey, I have noticed that when you either spend time with friends or, like, you know, just, like, have a really good interaction, like, once a week, you're very happy.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that's really interesting that he picked up on that, because I wasn't like, man, I just need to hang out with Rachel, or I just need to hang out with Laura, or I just need to call this person and, like, I'll be so much happier.
Yeah.
But him saying that, I was like, oh no, like, because if we go for, like, a week and we haven't talked to each other or seen each other, we're both just kind of like, hey, I really miss you.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's because it's because I'm happier when we have an interaction.
Right.
Yeah. And I just think it's so interesting that, like, he picked up on that, and I would have lived my whole life just as a hermit.
Like, what's going on with me? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's such a good thing to do, is to ask those people around you.
Yeah, because they notice things.
They do.
Yeah. Another one I love, and you have to do this very lightly. You can't go all in on this one, okay? Because that would just be insane. Create a don't list. So these are things that you're done doing. This can be, like, actual physical things that you're doing. This can be things that you're, like, holding space for in your brain, like whatever it is, like you can get rid of some of those things, offload them if you can, decide that you're done doing them, because then it can create space in your schedule, in your brain, in your life for your true purpose.
Right.
I think if you catch yourself like just stewing a lot or like replaying conversations, you could be like, you know what? I'm done spending time and energy on replaying old conversations in my head. So when I catch myself doing that, I'm going to shut it down because I have these other cool things that I need to be thinking about and planning for.
Yeah.
So like create a don't list or like an I'm done with this list.
I love that.
So physical ones, at some point in my life, I decided I was done like doing all of the deep cleaning in our house. And so like I feel really grateful and lucky because like it was in our budget for me to like hire someone to come in and like do some deep cleaning.
Yeah.
And so that's really nice because I was like, I don't want to do this anymore because I am working on these other really important things. So instead of spending 3 hours doing this, I would rather spend 3 hours doing this. Okay, if you try any of these this week, or if you have other ideas that we didn't think of, please DM us, let us know. We would love to be able to share those with other people just because I think like any help that we can give like our community around us on like figuring out who they are and what they're here for is just so powerful and so helpful. So like if you have ideas, send them our way. We want to hear them.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, finding your purpose seems to be just a lifelong journey and it will change along the way. That's the only thing that we can all be certain of is that things will change in your life. Don't look at it as added pressure. You're not supposed to figure it out immediately. You're not supposed to know steps A through Z immediately. Just start paying attention to what makes you feel like you and lean into that a little bit further.
Yeah. And something important to remember is that we are still called to dream, but from a place of identity, not for your identity. We don't need to pursue our dreams for our worth. We pursue them because we are already worthy and loved. And our gifts are expressions of God's creativity through us. Thank you so much for joining us today on episode 1 of season 4 of LightHearted. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. It really helps us reach more people who need a little more light in their lives.
I literally still can't believe we're on season 4. It's crazy. Make sure you follow us over on Instagram at LightHeartedPod for behind the scenes content and episode clips, other fun things that we're up to. Just go over and hang out with us. If you want to follow us on any of our other socials, you totally can. Everything that we just talked about will be listed in the show notes below.
Stay lighthearted.